Did I be played with? For a really long time. Goodness. Matter of reality, I'm going to give you something that has not been. The big boom is Lori Harvey's father. Gracious, my God. Better believe it, some. Hi. Individuals are seeing and not very much like the tattle and the show and everything. Everyone loves to engage in that. You know, they generally requested that I do this. I said, I'll go after it, you know. In any case, it's something troublesome. For the present, biggest stunner in the superstar field dropped when Big Boom, who you could perceive as Steve Harvey's security detail, let the cat out of the bag in one stunning meeting. Get this. During a talk, Boom proclaimed, I've maintained this mystery for a really long time. Marjorie and I had an illicit relationship a long time back. What's more, Lori. She's my girl. Get out whatever at this point? The diversion circle is in a furor with everybody and their mothers scrambling to disentangle reality behind Boom's stunning admission. As perhaps of the most lovely and pursued model on the planet, she orders consideration any place she goes. For my purposes, I think since I was youthful, I was all the while attempting to sort out what my identity and do I like and what don't I like. In any case, you likewise have this. Scouring through nostalgic photograph collections, a few extremely observant fans are depending on a few uncanny similitudes between youthful Lori and Big Boom. See the responses? A wild blend while a piece is heaving for air. Absolutely shell-stunned. The critics are tapping their feet, sitting tight for something more substantial. Perhaps, quite possibly, a clue or explanation from the Harveys themselves. The clock's ticking and all of us are goated. Sitting tight for Steve, Marjorie, or Lori to turn the page on this cliffhanger. Goodness, amazing, man, you're an incredible player. Buddy, as, in light of the fact that you tune in, everyone is somewhat rooting for you. Big Boom. As, we don't accept. Adding an additional punch to this zesty blend. Murmurs have surfaced with succulent subtleties connecting Marjorie to the very man being referred to, William Freeman. Or on the other hand, as the world knows him, Big Boom. In any case, Big Boom didn't simply drop the issue bomb. He's proceeded to toss in a paternity contort, declaring that Lori is his posterity. Big Boom is in the structure. You understand what I mean. Furthermore, I know it will be a great deal of hate-ration holleration in this dancery. Presently a natural face is doling out these vulgar goodies. Enter Essie Berry. Assuming the name rings a bell, this is on the grounds that she's been down this street previously, broadly getting down on bigwigs like Steve Harvey for supposed obscure moves, including that entire adventure including Steve's ex, Mary Lee, and their youngster. Winton said that you were he said that you were a specialist of his ex and she's ablaze, dropping clues left and correct about Steve's expected mystery dealings and calm adjustments. Not one to pull punches. Essie paints Marjorie as a brains with a talent for the game's hazier side, got to know Mary. Anyone who interacted with Mary Steve was attempting to set a gag request against him I have hardly any insight into. There's more. Adding another layer to this scrumptious show cake. Essie recently took to YouTube, pronouncing her collusion with Mary, meaning to uncover Steve Harvey's closeted skeletons. This unforeseen couple's declaration has sent shockwaves all through Tinseltown, intensifying the buzz and leaving fans clamoring for an unfiltered investigate the Harvey family's inward operations. What's more, as though that wasn't sufficient, straight from the grapevine, Mr. Williams has doled out some quite hot tea. As per him, Steve Harvey had an incredible interest with two women, one being an educator and the other reputed to be a head. In any case, sit tight for it. Mr. Williams dropped the biggest stunner, asserting Lori Harvey is my girl. We can as of now sense the situation starting to get interesting and it's simply going to get murkier before the mists clear. Indeed. Well, I don't have the foggiest idea how. I'm Lori Harvey. You are Lori Harvey's father. Goodness, my God. Over the course of his time at the center of attention, Steve Harvey's been inseparable from power. An expert of riches, and, some could say, the craft of misleading. However, it seems to be the shadows of bygone eras are crawling up on him. Enter William Freeman, whose story with Steve indicates endeavored gagging and kid. The layers to this account simply continue to stack. If anything somehow managed to happen to Freeman, we can't resist the urge to figure eyes would shoot directly to Steve and Marjorie. Is Steve's celeb reinforcement beginning to break? It sure seems like it. What's more, the implications of these disclosures could be enormous. Yet, there's more. Dears, the buzz is that SC tossed some shade at Steve Harvey's TikTok video, where he made an honest effort to wave off every one of those Marjorie murmurs. SC, nonetheless, believes it's all deliberate misdirection. Steve's frantic endeavor to rescue his shimmering picture, all while perhaps knowing the mysteries Marjorie may stow away. Here's where the plot takes a surprising turn. Steve's hush methodology. It could not simply be tied in with safeguarding his ritzy standing. SC spills that Marjorie may be looking at a leave entryway, and in the event that she strolls, she could leave with a robust piece of Steve's fortune. So what's a person to do? Keep mother and chance everything or face possibly losing a portion of his domain in an untidy separation? Web-based entertainment is ablaze with murmurs Marjorie and Big Boom. Steve's right-hand man could have had a seemingly insignificant detail. Might Marjorie at any point truly have played in the background with somebody so near Steve? Each new disclosure simply adds another tangled string to this always advancing web. Presently, you know what, Steve? For my well-being, I will say supposedly. However, in the event that this man don't say purportedly and he comes clean, you can't lash out at me. Steven. Here's where the parody meets the discussion. J.M. Patterson, our laugh uncontrollably comic, as of late shared his 2 cents. J.M. hints that Big Boom is outfitting to spill a few beans. Beans that probably won't sync with Steve's form of occasions. Simply envision Steve in that Mark Fellow, Joe cap, and that famous mustache of yours, J.M. Joked, I bet you're feeling like 3-pointer from that critical Boys in the Hood second. Said, 'cause Big Boom, don't deny it. Be that as it may, for Big Boom and his kin to contact me on Instagram and say, we love what you doing? He shared, look, Steve, I'm as bushwhacked about Big Boom's disclosures as you, yet moving to one side from my past food stamp spat with P. Diddy. Gracious, that is another story for another day. This moment everything revolves around the story within reach. Also, kid, is it getting juicier? Here is the kicker. J.M. shared a clasp, a telephone convo with Big Boom, implying that Steve wasn't simply in that frame of mind about Marjorie and him, yet could have even given it the gesture. The genuine stunner. Big Boom wasn't simply Steve's man. He was the very span among Steve and Marjorie diving further. Incidentally, Marjorie and Big Boom's fellowship originates before her story. With Steve, they clearly reinforced over sit tight for at poker game.